Alright, y'all, welcome. We're doing a recap of Pop the Balloon Live on Netflix. It just premiered today. It's me and Lay, and we're going to give you our honest thoughts and opinions of the contestants, male and female. We're going to pop it off with Johnny. I don't know his last name.
Yeah, we don't know last names. But Johnny, confident dude. He's been on these type of like shows before, so I feel like second nature to him. The girls were not fucking with him though. I can't blame him though. It's not that attractive, so.
I feel like Johnny, his approach to me is what threw most of the girls off, because he was hiding behind this little, like he was walking with his plant, and he was wearing a snake shirt. So most of the contestants felt like he was a creepy kind of guy, and then they didn't like his outfit, which I get. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he was playing. Like, I really personally think he didn't really care if he literally said his strategy was like to see if they was ugly or not attractive, or if he would like them, and if they were, then he was gonna keep literally walking and not even do it, is what he said. But then I guess he's seen a couple that he thought was attractive. So, but even doing that strategy, people popped their balloons on that. So he kind of got himself up out of there. I will say though, for the first round with Johnny, some of the contestants, even in the other balloon popping things before the one that went to Netflix, a lot of people pop just because somebody else popped, or a lot of, like with the females, they're very like, so if a girl feel like you on some, like that energy, I don't know how to explain, like that energy is there. It's like,
Or if you say something to like put another girl down, the other girls aren't gonna fuck with that. They're gonna pop their balloon, and that's what happens a lot of the times.
Yeah, it was like
where he said something. The boys have said something like either like borderline offensive or just not for the girls. If the girls know what I'm talking about, and yeah, obviously they're gonna pop their balloons. So.
Alright, we're gonna get into the second male, Keith. Alright, Keith was the nigga with the flower, I don't know what you call it, flower collared shirt. They said he was short, but he said he was average height. Now this is where I kind of got a little upset with the female contestants, because one of the females in there said it like a lot of them popped their balloons literally because he was short, and because of his t-shirt. Now I get it, like a lot of girls like tall guys. I mean, everybody got their preference, cool beans. But I feel like on the hindsight, popping just because of his shirt is crazy. Like, you're there to find love, so once you base it more on his personality or what he says or his actions, I feel like they was kind of looking for just any little reason.
With that being said, shout out to, what was it, Catherine, who was the only one who didn't pop her balloon, and she said a guy can always change his shirt.
And that's it.
Everybody else, all the other girls were in the background, kind of quiet. So
Yeah,
shout out to Catherine.
Yeah, basically they murdered him just because he was short and his shirt was tacky, I guess, and not up to their thing. So it's not really too much. Then it gets a little tricky. We get to, was it Chase? Yeah, Chase was next. Now Chase, he's a pretty boy boxer dude from Too Hot to Handle. So off bat, I think only one girl popped a balloon just because they was like brothers and sisters. Well, not like literal brothers and sisters, but y'all know what I mean. Like, they was cool in real life. And her name was it
that was Louise.
Louise. They was cool, so she popped just off the strength of like, you my bro type vibe. So we not even on that type of level. But all the other female contestants didn't pop until he dropped his age. So most contestants was around what? I think most of them was almost 30 or 30.
They're in their later 20s.
Yeah, later 20s, like early 30s.
I think Kiara was the youngest one. She was 25.
Yeah, and everybody else was
no, actually, Evita, I think she's 23.
Okay, but most of the contestants was
Miss Nightlife.
most of the
That's all
contestants.
she said. I worked at the nightlife.
Bottle service. But most of the contestants was like older. And I think Chase said he was 24 or 5. You remember?
24.
He was 24. So he was like talking about what he like, what he don't like, what he do, and then he name dropped his age. Now, at first he only lost one contestant, so he had all the rest of the girls. Soon as he said his age, like most of the girls popped. And then what was the Asian looking girl name? Do you remember?
The short one with the
two-tone, with like the owls on the dress.
That was Taya.
Taya, she popped because she felt like he didn't know what he want because he kept saying, the host would ask him like, what's your type? Is she your type? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, well, you send all of these girls your type. It seems like you know what you want. It's like you still in your Playboy era. So she kind of like, and then it was left to, what was the two? It was Kiara and Catherine. Those two was left, and he asked them, he said, have y'all ever been flown out to Dubai or Miami? Then they was like, no. And then he said, have y'all ever been flown out, period? And then they was like, yeah. They kind of hesitated, so he popped one and the other girl popped hers. So I'm guessing he kind of eliminated himself because he didn't want a girl. He said he was a traditional type of guy, like meaning he'd change your tire, he worked, he'd provide the money, as long as you take care of the house type of thing. But my girl was saying she think he was more on some, since the way he grew up kind of affected his decision, because it seemed like he wanted a girl that got spoiled before, was used to being spoiled or flew out and things of that nature. That's kind of what we conducted from that, but it was kind of interesting. Moving on, our next contestant male was, who was he? Braden was the next. That was the white guy, blue and white collared shirt. Now he came out confident. He flexed his muscle on them. Girls, I think maybe one or two popped. Can't remember, but like one or two always usually pop. I don't know why. I don't think nobody came out and nobody didn't get popped. So one or two popped off the bat. Now this is what kind of pissed me off about this one contestant. This was this black lady, and she was like saying she only liked black guys, right? So she popped hers. They asked why, and this girl talking about something. He looked like a murderer. Then at the end of it, she proceeds to say, because the host asks, like, girl, what are you even looking for? It seemed like you know what you're looking for.
Right.
Then she says, oh, he looked at wholesome. I'm like, girl, you can't say he looked wholesome and then you say he like a murderer. Like, she was kind of making me mad. Just because, like, girl, what do you want? Are you there to find love, or are you there to just be on the show?
She wasn't going to be interested in him anyways, though, because he was white. She like, Sheila, which was the girl, she just is not attracted to white men. She likes, literally said, tall, melanin, like tall, dark, handsome. That's what she said. So I don't know why she had to say anything about his looks. Like, I don't know, it's just so stupid.
And then who was that the one? She
These
popped the white girl balloon.
Yeah, she's a hater.
She popped the other girl balloon on some hating shit. Like, she literally popped the balloon. They gave her another one, but it's like,
damn,
bro,
why the fuck you popping somebody else's
balloon? Because you a hater. Like, that shit threw me off. I think the other girl that made me mad, before getting to our next contestant, because I think that's the last contestant, is Samina. She had the orange or brownish copper dress or whatever. She pissed me off because every time somebody would come up for him, she was like, oh, he's physically I'm physically not attracted to him. Now mind you, the guy that came out, he wasn't like skinny or short or I guess dressed bad. Like, he was a white dude, like he work out, looked like he was just decent, I guess. But she just seemed like she was telling everybody no, like literally, and didn't have really a real valid reason. I get. And they bring out different guys. They bring out white guys, they bring out a black guy, they bring out an Indian guy. Some tall, some short, some buff, some got flamboyant swag, some just dressed casual. And all of them, which I get. I mean, you only get like 4 or 5 guys. And maybe those 4 or 5. It just seemed like she wasn't even trying to really give it a chance. to really continue it. So that's what kind of threw me off. And then lastly, we had the Indian guy. He was the engineer. I'm gonna get his name to y'all in a second. So I feel like he did the best in the whole thing. What was who? Harnick was his name. He was an engineer. I feel like he did the best out of everybody. He came in. Some people did pop, but at the end, he kind of, I don't know if he's not from here, so I don't know if he understood like social cues the host was trying to give him, because he had two potential dates that he could have chose. Which one? It was between Louise and it was between Kiara. Now she was like, what can you do for me when I get off work and help me wind down? And he said he cooks. And this nigga said, I cook curry. And then she was like, I don't like curry. He said, look, well, if you don't like curry, you don't like me, because I cook curry a lot. And he said, ain't me without curry. You feel what I'm saying? Not number 30 curry, but curry in the kitchen, whipping. You feel me? Old girl, she was like, okay. And she kind of rebutted that, but changed up a little bit. She was like, well, when you get off work, what do you do for fun, basically? How do you wind down? And he was like, oh, I go dancing at clubs, I hang with my friends. And the host was like, she's asking if y'all was in a relationship, what would y'all do to wind down? This motherfucker says, oh, hang with friends. So they like, you trying to hang out with your friends with your girl? And he's like, yeah, I love my friends, I always have them over. So she eventually ended up popping the balloon, because that was like a little weird. All in all, I feel like hopefully on episode 2 they get some more female contestants that's a little bit, I'm not saying don't be picky, it's your love life, be picky, but also be more authentic to yourself. I know some people, it's a TV show, so y'all just on here, some of them just trying to get clout, some of them just trying to be on TV. But the ones that are looking, I hope they actually pick and choose based on what they want and what they like, and make it authentic. That way it makes the show a little bit more, spicy, snazzy. You want to see somebody walk away with something, but it's like the first episode, everybody got rejected. So we'll see how episode 2 go. This is my recap of episode 1. Thank you, Lev, for helping me out with the notes. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Tell me who y'all's favorite male contestant was, and who y'all favorite female contestant, or least male and female contestant. Tell me who y'all hope to see on the next episode. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, follow, and thank y'all for tuning in to the recap.